Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of the Toothless Tigers here on YouTube. We are at the end of the 2028 season. As you can see and probably guess by this title, there is no playoffs for us this year. We unfortunately finished third in the division at 78 and 84, really fell off. Predicted to go slightly above 500, we've gone slightly below. Bit of a shame as we felt we wanted it. It's the first year we haven't improved on our record. We thought we would really push on this year and potentially even get better than we did last year. Not, unfortunately, what has happened. If we look at the winners, it was in fact the Atlanta Braves who beat the Seattle Mariners in the World Series. They have won yet another World Series. They look very good, as you can see. Here's some absolute world beaters in Acuna, Olsen, Arenado in their lineup. Dylan Cruz is in there, and then Spencer Strider, still very good pitcher in the lineup. So yes, they won 87 games, although actually a wildcard team. But yeah, absolutely deserved from them. Looking at how we got on as a team, then we had Jimmy Barea came back, and look how good he looks. Again, still fragile, but he was very, very good in the 86 innings he's pitched so far. Still really worries me that he doesn't pitch a lot for us due to injuries. He's only started 26 games over 2 seasons now in the majors, but he has been fantastic in those 2 years. So we are hoping for a healthy off-season and a healthy year next year would be wonderful. Alcantara struggled with injury. He went 1-8 with a 7 ERA. He's under contract for the next season. We'll look to trade him probably if he can have a bit of a bounce back year. But overall, not been too unhappy with him. Dollander was good in 28 games. Again, he was injured for about 5-6 weeks, I believe. Not sure, but 4 weeks. But no, he was pretty good again. 3.84 ERA. Pretty happy with that. Andrew Painter, he got injured again a bit as well. Started 19 games, but again, he was really good. So if he can have a good year, he's arbitration eligible. He's gonna get about 8 mil next year. He should be really good. So I mean, those first 3 or 4 really good. And Scooble's not too bad given how he's regressed. And he's still under contract next year for 4.5 million. So I'm okay with our rotation, to be honest. Jose Diaz had another good year, 36 saves, 2.91 ERA. Lang was excellent, 1.8 ERA. Again, Gomez was good, Fenelon was good, Joe wasn't great, Rucker was not bad, Lagernit was not bad, Hertz was not bad, and Hertha was pretty good. Looking at your lineup, Nick Castellanos led the team from a hitting, so it hit 27 homers, 99 ribbies, about 290, OPS 807. Very good year from him. He's got 2 years left in his deal with a player option for the final year, 12 million. Hopefully doesn't regress too much this year, but pretty happy. He should be a good hitter still. KB came over and hit 270 with us. Not as good with us as with Colorado. He was on 26 million. I've actually offered him a deal for I believe it's 3 years at about 7 or 8 million, and 2 of them are vesting options for 500 play appearances. So next year will be a gimme, and then we'll go from there. Riley Green had a pretty good year again. He's obviously locked up to that big 8-year deal we signed him to. Face of the franchise going forward. Dalton Varsho had a poor start, but kind of turned it on towards the end in his first season with the Tigers. Had a 3.6 WAR, led the team actually in WAR. Again, he's got another 2 years on his 8 million deal. Yeah, with a player option again. Jace Young was okay. Much less action this year, as we have Matt McLean. Neil Cruz is going to walk. He was a bit of an experiment. Was okay. Didn't do much for us. Pretty Colt Keith year. Gage Workman was all right. Actually, probably one of the better years of his career, looking across the board. Obviously, a very good defender. McLean wasn't great for us, so maybe looking for a bit better next year. And Wynn, still a very good defender, but hitting was so poor this year. Kind of not great the last 2 years, to be honest. So a bit worried about him. Maybe need To be honest, I think that middle of the infield, short, even the third, needs to be looked at. Chirrillo, also down year this year, not great. Again, he's also fragile, and we have glut of offense, of outfielders, sorry, in the minors. So someone we may look at trading away. Ford and Dingler weren't bad. Dingler had a pretty good year, actually 1.6 wins above replacement. He's in line to make quite a bit of money, actually 7 million from arbitration. And Pacheco was very little used. Looking at AAA, some good years out of Samuel Gill, Hassel III, Devison, De Los Santos, Carter Matheson, Brad Moffat, Emiliani had a good year. Rennie Lastras had a good year. Pitching wise, we had good. Max Deviak pitched pretty well. That was pretty much it. Nothing really else of note down here. Torque hit 250 with 7 home. He's going to come back next year, but I don't really know what to do with Torque. I'm very sad that he's not been the player we want him to be. Double A, we had some very good years out of Blake Grimmer. He batted 320. Justin Best was good. George Lombard Jr. is probably going to he's going to go to AAA, but he may even go into the majors next year. George Volko was moved up and he hit 29 homers at Double A. He also came up and played AAA for a bit and was good. Josh Springer was pretty good. Matt Champion was good this year, about 316 with 10 home runs. Pitched pretty well as well. He profiles as a better third baseman than a pitcher, but I'm going to keep him as both just in case. Derek Fabian had a good year. A pretty good year at least. Yoel Tejada Jr. also had a pretty good year. His ratings have improved. He's a very good defender, but that is about it. Costello was pretty good. Noboa was good as well. Potentially a long-term first baseman replacement. Pitching wise, Kaimani, who'd good. So Salgado was not bad. Vip is better. Cameron Johnson wasn't great. Champion, we said, was pretty good. That is pretty much it from Erie. Where's Max Clark? I thought he was... of course, he went up to Triple A. Well, he's gone up for this year. He's really not looking good now, which is a real shame given that we gave up quite a bit to get him. Gave up David Armas, Mangana, Ethan O'Donnell, Palencia, who's now a very good reliever and was an all-star this year. Nick York, who had a pretty average year, and Chase Yarns, who has retired. So maybe not too bad of a trade looking at it like that. And then in A-ball, go here, have we got anyone of note? Charlie Worley hit pretty well. Aaron Bula hit pretty well. Fon Smeltz was good in relief. And then Lakeland. Aegon Pope, one of our draft picks last year. Very good first year in professional baseball. Can't complain about that. Henry Allen was okay. Strasena was pretty good. Christine Perez is up here now. Gabe Long wasn't that good, but he will go up. Where is he going to go? Potentially AAA straight away. Maybe AA to start. And then go from there. Juan Cazares, again, he's probably going to AA. So there's hope down here, for sure. Moving on to, well, salary arbitration. We've offered everyone arbitration except Torque. I'm going to offer him 2 mil. Because he won't accept a contract. And Ty Madden, we're going to let go to Arb. We've offered KB that deal. We're not going to offer Neil Cruz that deal, as we mentioned. And then in the front office, we've had to add some offers. I haven't done team trainer. That was the last one. I got distracted. So we kind of want someone who's good across the board, or preventing other legs. Quite like looking for someone who's at least yellow across the board or green. So this guy, and his recovery though, could do with a prevention. This guy, Nathan Lucero, not Edgar Lucio, Nathan Lucero. offer him that deal. So let's crack on, see what happens in terms of the awards. Got a couple of reactions to some offers we put in. Quick look at any potential free agents. No one of note. I think we offered this guy a deal. Some guy I'm not that interested in looking at the moment. And then off-season centre. So Jordan Alvarez due to become a free agent. Quite a few guys due to become a free agent that we could look at. We are, of course, looking to improve our offense. One of the big reasons we struggled was we had pretty poor offense. I mean, the pitching was better. Starters struggled a bit, but I'm hoping this year we can have a bit more consistency out of those guys. So yeah, I'm going to crack on to the awards and I will be back. So I'm back. We are at the end of the awards, but a few things before we get there. Chris Bryant has indeed signed that contract, so he is on 7.2 for next year and then 2 vesting options at 8.2. If he hits 500 plate appearances, I'll pay him, but I think realistically he's not. He's wrecked, so we might pay him 7, and that's that really. He just offers us a really good bat who's proven kind of playing a few different positions. Why not? What else has happened? So yes, terms of Gold Gloves, you can probably already guess, but Riley Green won left field again, 5th year in a row now, dominating the AL left field Gold Glove Award. Hyoji Nakao, former, obviously our player, first season in San Francisco, of course, was the best year of his career, because that is how it works, and he's also won Gold Glove. Nothing really else for us, except we did have Jimmy Buteo get 2 points in Rookie of the Year. This guy, Woo Jin-an, who's a real player in the Korean League, he came over and got injured after 13 games, but look at his stats. He's got so many votes. He only pitched basically half the season, less than half, and he was almost rookie. He got votes for Cy Young and MVP, so pretty good year from him, to say the least. So from us, we've only got Time Adams talk left to sign. All of our coaches have signed now, which is nice to see. So yeah, I think that is all I wanted to bring you. I've also been scouting some international free agents. So the next big one will be the free agency filings, which I will bring to you. Of course, let me show you who won MVP. So Julio Rodriguez won it in the AL. He's 3rd AL MVP. What's his contract like? Yeah, ridiculous. They got him on such a good deal. Then that's pretty much it. And then Lloydie Chappelli actually hit the Triple Crown. What a year from him. Probably the best player in baseball at the moment in this save. He's getting 24 million next year, and then I'm sure will be quite a bit more after that. Jace Bofferin had a really good year as well, but Ellie De La Cruz, look at this contract, 53 million he's going to be earning for 5 years in a row. It's probably pretty much his prime. If he's not prime, it's probably already now, but what a player he's becoming. Already 30 wins as a player, and he's only 26 years old. Pretty good. Cy Young went to Sam Carlson. He almost did the Triple Crown from pitching side for the Mariners. He was good, so Mariners sweep the MVP and the Cy Young. And then Mike Mixell didn't win Rookie of the Year, but won Cy Young because there was another very good rookie. Was excellent. 2nd overall pick last year. Wonderful pitcher. Deservedly so. So yeah, I will move now on to the free agency filings, and I'll see that. The free agency filings, and we've got some big names as we thought. Jordan Alvarez is on here. He wants 30 million. Problem is he's very injury prone. Sugar Diaz is on here. Not amazing year from him, but he's going to get paid. Brian Abreu, another very good reliever. Matt Brash, Buxton's on here again. He's injured a lot. Jean Duran, another former twin, is on here. Bruce Dar, I believe he is, isn't it? Yep. Bruce Dar Gratterall is on here. Cattell Marte, Cody Morris, Kylan, Nicasia. This is a guy I'm going to go after. I don't have a huge amount of money, and look at those stats. If I can get him for 2 million on a minor with a major league option, I think I'd be pretty happy with that. JT Romuto's here, can't afford him. Or Rondon. Kazuharu Shintani, Japanese international free agent. Alex Vasia's on here. Devin Williams, who won the reliever of the year in the NL, is on here. Campusano's a very good catcher's on here. Looking down, they got a Korean reliever, Ju Hyung Hyo, who looks quite good as well. So another one I'm going to offer 1.9 to him on a minor with a major option. See if we can get him. Newt Bar's down here. He wants too much. Otherwise, I would consider going for him. Spencer Strider is also on here, but someone I can't really afford. Marcos Torres is on here. He looks good. But I did see someone here. Henry Bolt is down here. He looks like he can be quite a good corner outfielder. Didn't play much for Oakland. I'll offer him a minor with a major. See what he wants to do there. Chisholm Jr.'s down here. Randall Clemente. Lourdes Guriel Jr. is down. Vinny Pasquantino. Some fairly big names of real time, like Dylan Carlson's a free agent. We kind of really need middle infielders, so someone like CJ Abrams would be nice, but I don't think we can afford him to come and play. He's also fragile. Don't want to give him too much money. Alex Bregman, Yardy Diaz. See, it's not a huge amount of talent that I would be interested in getting those. So I might leave that there in terms of who I'm going to go and trade for initially. Interesting players on the trading block. Anyone else? Clase on here. I do love Emmanuel Clase. He's going to earn 10 million next year though. Could do with a bat, but no one's standing out. So that is all I really want to show you here. I'm going to press on. If anything big comes, I will show you, and if not, I'll probably see you around spring training, show you where we're at with the team, and probably simulate spring training. So I'll see you then. So you joined me pretty soon after I just left you, and that is because we've just been offered a big trade. That is, the White Sox actually offered us Nick Duran, good reliever, Luis Paredes, who's literally just gone, and he had 3.5 wins. He won Silver Slugger at DH this year. He was an all-star. Young, controllable, not fragile, really good player. He's not a great defender, though I think I'm going to transition him to right if I get him. Someone I've actually admired this season. They want Dingler and Christian Perez. Christian Perez is a bit of a meme because he's been rookie ball the whole time. Although he is going to become quite a good player. I'm confident of that. He's already a good defender. But I have Riley Green, so why would I need a left fielder? Riley Green's my left fielder for 8 years, so I just don't need him. I don't really want to give up Dingler though. He's been our catcher for a while. It is hard to come by to find someone who is as good a defender as him. And his WAR reflects that. So what I did was I went and saw what it's clear they really want him. I went and saw what I could get for him. So it ended up being they'll take Harry Ford, who I'm sad to see go, but he wants game time and he's a good player, and they need a catcher. They'll also get Jackson Chourio, a guy we were looking at getting rid of anyway. Fragile. We don't need another left fielder. Christian Perez and Christian Santana, who's just not going to cut it. He's a first baseman, really. And we get Luis Paredes. They have some ridiculous talent coming up in centre field, which is why they don't need him. They got this guy, Sean Rivera, 11th ranked prospect overall. And they have Mike Papcoon, who just won the Gold Glove, and he's obscenely good. So they really do not need a centre fielder, but they're in desperate need of a catcher. They've got Cartaya, but they want to upgrade. Dingler would have been an upgrade, but Ford is an upgrade. So this is the trade I'm going to do. I'm happy with it, and that will be that. They weren't happy at the loss of Trier, but they're very happy at the acquisition of Paredes. He will go straight into my lineup. Though I think I may have to DFA him. No. He's straight in. I don't know where they're going to play him. They're actually going to put him at centre field. I'm not sure about that. If we put him at right field, he may be better suited to that. They're actually going to DH him. We shall see, but obviously we've got Varsho, so it's good defender left, and KB can play right. What an acquisition that is. We needed someone who could really ignite our offense, and Luis Paredes is that man. He has some outrageous home run power and discipline, so I'm really excited for that. I hope you agree with me on that trade, but it was just offered to me out of nowhere, and I really wanted Paredes, so yeah, that's what our new look team is going to currently look like. Paredes, our clean-up hitter, looking like he's going to potentially hang around here for a while. So, interdivisional trade, always not great, but also what this does is it allows me to finally give René Lastras a chance to be on the big league ball club. He deserves it. He's hit well on Triple A the last couple of years. Good defender, really good backup catcher, got some pop, and he's a captain with high intelligence and high leadership. So I'm pretty happy with that. That's upgraded our team. I'll keep pushing on though, but yeah, big trade already. Welcome back. Bit of news as we're into the year of 2029. Miggy Cabrera, first ballot Hall of Famer, as you would expect him to be. He went in as Tiger. A couple of guys still not though. Yadi Molina should be first ballot. In my opinion, A-Rod should be. Greinke's close. Ichiro should have been. Beltray should be. Beltran will be. Sabathia should be. I think Mariposi deserve it as well. So if you to go there, in terms of Rule 5, we've actually lost 2 players. So Jamie Arnold, who of course the scouting has gone up as soon as he goes for some reason, but yeah, he's gone. Bit of a loss. I'm hoping he falls back to us, to be honest. Yeah, a bit of a shame there. And then Wilmer Flores also lost. He's just really struggled and been in and out of our team, so I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, Jamie Arnold though, a bit worried. Bit of a shame. Didn't realise he's gone. So we'll hope that he can return, really. But anyway, I will keep on keeping. Welcome to opening day of the 2029 season. We flew through spring training, set our lineup, made some tough decisions. A couple of things have happened. Robert Hassel III has been claimed by the Seattle Mariners. We're struggling to find a place for him. I had to waive him. Not too worried about him. That trade never really worked in the end. Big injury for us. Tariq Skubal out for the year. So that is potentially his last year in Detroit. He's going to finish having pitched in 179 games for us with an 8 wins above replacement, 4.29 ERA. Not being the player he will probably be in real life, looking at his start very recently, in fact yesterday. Not great, but that is the way it works, unfortunately, with out of the park. So pitching wise, we do look like Chase Dollander as our ace, followed by Jimmy Barea. followed by Andrew Painter, Sandy Alcantara, and Alex Lang, who I'm going to change right now because he needs to be our reliever. Why they keep throwing him in there will never make sense to me. Justin Legurnik, quite rightly so, will be our 5th pitcher. DBX there, Von Smeltzer's up there, Herter. They ordered really good springs. Diaz, Langer, Gomez, as per usual in the back end of our rotation. Looking at our lineup, we've got Matt McLean second, Bart Bryant first, Castellanos DHing. We trained Paredes at right field, and he has massively improved there, so he's serviceable at right field. Riley Green batting 5th in left, Wynn batting 6th in third, Varsha batting 7th centre, Workman batting 8th as short, and Dylan Dingler catching in the 9-hole. We got Young, Colt Keith, Spencer Torkelson had a pretty decent spring, so he's going to be up, and Rene Lastra is on the bench. AAA, we have some exciting players. We've got Rob Fahey here, our first round draft pick last year. He's already at AAA after a fairly good year at Advanced A. George Lombard Jr. is here, Isaac Pacheco is here, Henry Bolt, Taylor Tracy, Kaylin Nicasia, just Jesus Nabev, really good players here, to be honest. Pitching wise, we've got Cameron Johnson, Jackson Wolf, Bryson Mounts, Yobe, and Kellner. AA, there's a really good pitching 3. We've got Juan Cazares, Kaimani Salgado, and Gabe Long, all vying to be, they're all draft picks, and they're all potentially really good enough to get into the majors this year. We've got Jung Hyung Hyo in the bullpen with Champion in there as well. In the lineup, we got Agon Pope, good first baseman, is down here. Another draft pick, Charlie Worley, Blake Grimmer, George Volko, all down here. Then at the Advanced A, we've got a couple of decent guys. There's Ivy Nayans. It's a guy we traded actually for. So we actually sent Kaida Montero and Joe Behe to them for Nayans. He's regressed a bit, but he looks like he could be something. So thought we'd take a flyer on him. Luke Papano is that. Netuno Altieri, remember that guy we signed for a huge amount of money? Was a top 100 prospect. Is now rubbish. Speaking of international free agents, we did actually sign one. If I can find him, here it is, Prospero Roxa. I mean, look at that. He's going to apparently have 5+++ pitches or whatever. 37th ranked prospect. Someone I'm going to probably trade, knowing what I know. He's only 16 then. We did pay 5 million to him or something, 5.2 million. So I have to get something good back for him. But yes, we are at opening day. Top prospects. We don't have many. We got Ruxo, obviously Lombard and Salgado, and we are projected to win the division at 88 wins, ahead of the Twins. Wow! So we have improved, as I thought we had. Luis Paredes, big reason for that. He's due to be one of the top batters on the season. A couple of Jose Diaz meant to be up there in terms of top pitching to lead the league. In case per 9. Chase Jalota is still insane. Shaylin Polanco, also very good. Nothing overly surprising there. Spencer Strider actually went to the Phillies on a 6-year, 120 million. He's going to be very good. So that is going to be that for this episode. Next episode, it will be opening day at Seattle, who are a ridiculous team, as you can imagine. Jose Ramirez not playing for them, and it's Alex Ramirez, Julio Rodriguez, Feltner, Cuero, Steer, Hayes, who was second in the division last season in batting average behind his teammate Julio Rodriguez. They won the Cy Young and the AL MVP. They've got some really good young pitching. They got Emmanuel Clase they just traded for. Gave up very little to get him. They are going to be tough, and we've got to face them to start in a 4-game series. So that will do it here in this episode, and I'll see you in the next episode for opening day.